Hello everyone, today we have the newly released Mirage into Marvel Snap. Mirage is a 2-cost, 2-power card that has the on reveal ability, copy the opponent's lowest cost card, and give it plus 2 power. And so we're going to be able to leverage some of their own resources against them in some games. Now, you won't be able to use that resource every single game efficiently. So the question becomes, how can you leverage Mirage in that ability so that you're always gaining some kind of upside, regardless of if you can use that resource or not? And so the kind of main idea or draw that I think a lot of people are going to go to is a Devil Dino Collector build. Devil Dino Collector allows you to use Mirage and you're buffing up 2 cards in the process, potentially Collector, and by having that additional card in your hand, a Devil Dino is going to be bigger once you play it. And so then even if you can't use that resource, you still get value from it. You can also potentially leverage this in like a Moon Girl Quinjet build, but that becomes very clunky very quick, and navigating that hand size to make sure that you can duplicate the cards that you need to becomes a challenge. And if you're copying cards that you don't necessarily want to drop 2 of, then your whole build kind of starts falling apart pretty quickly. And so the natural direction that I think Mirage goes into is the Devil Dino Collector archetype. And so that is what we're going to be showcasing today. I did brew a lot of different builds. I have one that I think feels pretty fun. I got this from the official Marvel Snap Discord. A user named X posted it, and it leverages the Lady Sif and Ghost Rider as well as Helicarrier as a way to continue to resurge your hand, get random cards, and just get a lot of benefit in the process. However, it is a little bit lighter on the counter tools, so it doesn't necessarily have your Shang-Chi that could be that key or pivotal resource in finding a way to win certain matches. And then the other one that I brewed that I had some decent success with was a more counter heavy. It has the Shang-Chi. It doesn't use the Lady Sif Ghost Rider, but instead it uses the full-on Devil Dino Collector package. And that one does decently as well. I'll showcase a match from a Gold Conquest run of each of those decks. We're not going to do a full run just for the sake of time for this new card spotlight, but I want to give you guys a couple of ideas to brew and build on to be able to go from there. And then maybe you think of something entirely different. If so, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to continue testing and brewing with this card to see if maybe I overlooked something and it's incredibly worthwhile. But my initial impressions is it's kind of just okay. It's fun, but I don't know how competitive it's going to be. And so we're going to go ahead and jump over into a couple of games. We are celebrating our 35,000 subscriber milestone. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. For those of you that have been around for a while, thank you guys so much for supporting me. And I'm going to continue to be here as long as you guys will have me. So if you're not subscribed, but you enjoy the content, definitely consider subscribing. We are around. We're going to be posting content consistently. But we're going to go ahead and jump into a couple of games. I hope you guys enjoy. Say goodbye to Helicarrier. What do we get in return? Spider-Man is beautiful for us. Let's go. They have the Hawk in the right lane. That's fine. Ooh, Ghost Rider is beautiful as well. Let's do Spider-Man here. And it won't really matter if we reveal last or not, but we'll do Spider-Man into mid. We'll do Ghost to the left. And then I think on the last turn, we probably just end up doing like just a Ghost Rider. Okay, so they move Jeff over. Ooh, and they play for these two. That is a little bit scary. If we would have Spider-Man locked the left lane, would have been a little bit better. Ghost Rider, okay. So we can no longer resummon our Helicarrier. That's unfortunate. Iron Lad, what does Iron Lad hit here? So it hits the Rock Slide. They already moved Jeff for whatever reason. They moved it early. Do we just do... We could gamble. It'd be the 1 out of 5 for the Super Scroll. I think we just do Devil Dinos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. But they're gonna do the Rock Slide though. Let's do Devil Dino in the left lane. I hope they can't do anything additional here. I don't think they can, but there's a world where they have Dr. Doom. Okay, we get the retreat. And I don't blame them. I burned through, like playing too tempo and too aggressive. I burned a few too many tickets, more than I care to elaborate on at this time. I mean, we have plenty. We have plenty of reserves, both gold and infinite tickets. We burned through several, testing out different builds and then probably playing it a little bit more aggressive because we were a little frustrated at times. But it is what it is. We were back. We were refreshed. We took a breath, took a step back, We're here. The Mirage here could be decent, especially if they got like an inverted hawk. Ooh, that could be beautiful. Let's see. We're going to know if they have the inverted hawk or not here. We also have Super Scroll, which is going to give us phenomenal value. Okay, the loot cage comes down. What do we get with Mirage? What is their cheapest? Ooh, Killmonger. And we probably should have waited, because now we have that additional just dead draw. Oh well, that is fine. Lady Sif in the left lane is going to be what we go with. Helicarrier is going to help us resurge our Devil Dino, buff up our Collector. Fantastic value. Maybe we get some additional resources like the Spider-Man that we got last game. Maximus is not bad. As far as a value card on like the last turn of the game, it's not a bad one to really lean in on if you need to. What if we go Devil Dino? Next turn we could do like Iron Fist and Nick Fury, or Nick Fury and Zabu, allowing us to buff up the Devil Dino, buff up the Collector, and then we still get the chance to draw on this turn. We're going to go ahead and snap into it. I don't know if they have counter cards built in. I could see a Legion. I could see them running Legion in this version, but I think it's worth snapping into because we're still going to be playing cards on this upcoming turn. Rock Slide in Atelan is big, and the Korg. So those rocks shuffling in really late, but being really impactful at the same time. We have Killmonger if we wanted to lean in on it, but we are going to do the Nick Fury and Zabu combo. It's going to resurge our hand. Maybe we get the best card in the game. Who knows? Killmonger comes down, clears up a bit of space for them in the left lane, but nothing on our end. What else did they do with the Killmonger? The Jeff. Okay, interesting. And we don't have our Super Scroll now, which is the unfortunate part. We could do really big Giganto in the left lane. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 22. Do we think they do Enchantress some like over here? We may be playing ourselves. I kind of want to see it come through though. Just in case they don't have the Enchantress. They have 3 cards left in their deck. Let's try it. Let's see what we get. They move their Jeff over. They play 1 card in the right lane. Oh, okay. Can we take this even against the Enchantress in the right? No, Iron Lad. What does Iron Lad hit? It could be any number of things. Shang-Chi. But we have the left, we have mid, courtesy of the buffed up Killmonger, giving us that difference maker to get it right above that ledge where we need to. And we do get the retreat from high IQ. Daily Bugle. Okay, it gives us Jeff. I was hoping it would give us Null again, and that would just be like the icing on the cake. Let's do Mirage. Maybe we get another Jeff, and we can have 2 baby land sharks on the board. Maybe they play their Jeff and we end up pulling something better. I don't know. That will work. That is something a little bit better. Our cheap little Jeff now cost more, but Mystique is free. And so Sean, oh. Okay, we will take it. We will take it where we can. The Collector comes down, which is decent. They have Wolverine. Let's do Mirage into Sakaar, and then we'll see. We are going to start trying to curb against a Galactus line. Ooh, the wave is scary. Not so scary anymore. It was scary until we realized that Shadowland is our friend. I kind of want to do something like this. That way we get a couple of more cards on the board, but at the same time, maybe we just do... We want to make sure that we have initiative going into this next turn. I think the Agent Coulson is going to be our play. We're going to do Agent Coulson into Stark Tower. We have their wave, so I mean, we can always leverage that on maybe the last turn. Quinjet will make it 2, which is pretty decent value. If they do a wave this turn, we're going to do Devil Dino in mid. Okay, so they go away from the Galactus line for this game. We get a Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is an interesting one. I would like to do Quinjet to get a reduction in these cards, or a further reduction. So maybe we do Star-Lord and then Quinjet to the right. A Destroyer is going to open up a lot of space for them to potentially just do a Galactus wherever they feel like. Okay, so the Nimrod is also unfortunate. Claw is not terrible. I think maybe we go Devil Dino, and then on the last turn we're looking at Mystique and Wave. It's not fantastic. It's not fantastic, but it might be enough to work. I thought about doing the wave to restrict them to 1 card on this final turn. Okay, so they do Destroyer. We top deck into Shang-Chi. Nah, we wouldn't be able to do that and Mystique, would we? Speaking of Shang-Chi. So what do they do here? Do they do something like a Venom to bring these cards over? Like a Venom and a Carnage? Do we think they have both of those in hand? Potentially. We know one of their 5 is Wave. We're going to risk it. We're going to do Wave in the left. We're going to do Shang-Chi in... Oh, that is so brutal. Okay. Well, that is not what we wanted to see. Oh, wait. It comes down to a tie. That is fine. That is exactly what we wanted to see, you guys. The +2 power from Mirage was enough to make this a tie, and we were able to win the tiebreaker by swinging the middle location. Oh, my goodness. All right, first up we have Miss Whiskey. We do have our Luke Cage off the bat. We have Quinjet, Zabu, some fantastic cards. I almost want to snap here, knowing we have the discount from Zabu if they're running high Evo, which in my experience from my conquest the last couple of days, that has been the most common deck that I've been facing. Okay, so they do accept the snap. They skip into the Collapse Mine. We're going to go ahead and skip here. I don't want to risk them having like an armor or something that changes the Collapse Mine and locking us in. All right, so Bifrost is the next location. Let's go ahead and play it into mid. No other reason. I mean, it's going to push over into the Bifrost anyways. Okay, so the Cosmo comes down. The Shocker comes down. This is high Evo, which I've been seeing an awful lot of high Evo. High Evo has been making a major comeback of sorts. We could do Zabu and Luke Cage, because I assume that this is probably the version that probably runs Leech, and maybe the She-Hulk, the Infinite, and the Hulk as those big explosive turns. Looking at what we have in our deck, I don't know that it's worth it to do Iron Lad. I think we are going to do Zabu, and then we'll just do Luke Cage. We'll do it like this. They're going to stack into the Bifrost, but that's fine. And so that will give us just a residual bonus. And so now with Luke Cage on the board, the Wasp, any of their negative affliction cards are not going to be as impactful. Let's see if we're able to hold this one down. I think... Okay, so we get Mirage. This is not the Mirage you're looking for. I'm so glad that this is no longer the version that pretended to be a Mr. Fantastic, and at the end of the game it just said, "Hello, I'm Mirage" instead. Let's do Mirage, and then we'll do Nick Fury, both into mid. It's going to give us 3-4 cards, so we'll still be able to draw next turn. Plus we have the Iron Lad. Going into the last turn, ooh, that Hulk is smashingly big. They do have a Sunspot. They didn't play it. The Helicarrier is decent, but not huge either. And we can play it as a gamble, potentially, of if they move their cards or not. Actually, this comes. That's also a gamble because it comes down to a 1 out of 3 for Iron Lad to pull what we need. Would it be safer to do something like this and this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 brings us up to 20. That's not gonna. It's not gonna do what we need there. So in that case, we abandon ship and do this and hope that they don't fully commit to that change. Now they could do a She-Hulk, but I am going to stay in here for 4 and see what they do. Okay, so they opt to not move anything. They have the Sunspot, they have the Cyclops, but that is not going to hurt because of our Luke Cage. We might have enough in that right lane with the 2-power Sunspot. I don't know. Misty Knight almost gave them enough reach to be able to reach it, but we are able to hold down the 4 cubes early in the Infinity Conquest run. Thank you guys as always for being here. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a like and a comment down below. As always, this has been TLSG. Later, guys.